All right, well, welcome everybody. This is Science2B, so try to remember that everything's B period. I tend to organize things that way. We'll just spend the next 15 minutes introducing ourselves, and I'll give you kind of a really crash course, quick rundown. But just to show you really quickly, if you want to see what we're doing today, I'm going to share my screen for 2 seconds. If you go to Canvas and go to the Science 2 Canvas course, on the home page, if you scroll past the little Bitmoji image thing I have here and all this other text, there's a table, which is Science 2 AC, that is not you. You need to keep scrolling down. And there is a second table on the very bottom, that is Science 2B, because you guys are on we're meeting on the even days instead of the odd days. So always scroll all the way down to find your table. But I've got, if you look at the first row, it says orientation, Wednesday, September 9th, that's today. And under the third column where it says in class, you'll see there's a link, it says Science 2B plan. If you click on that, it'll take you to an ungraded assignment, which is just an outline of what I hope to accomplish in the next 12 minutes or so. And there's relevant links and stuff there too, so feel free to refer to that as we work through things. But what I'd like to do right now is just go around and do quick introductions. I know a lot of you probably already know each other, but it's helpful for me to kind of check things off. I'm going to put it in the chat just so if you forget what you need to list, I'd like you to list your name, and that's the name you prefer to go by. So I apologize if I mispronounce something. Where you currently are, your location, and just a recent show or movie that you've watched. Could be something you watched over the summer or something very recently. If you're not a big TV show or movie person, maybe a video game, maybe a book, whatever you feel like sharing. So take a moment to think about that right now. And I'm actually just going to go down my list here. So, because going around windows, people move around. So let's hear from Emily first.
My name's Emily. I'm in LA, and then the last movie I watched was Joker. I rewatched it.
Nice. That was a running theme in my previous class too. I don't know, a lot of people have been watching that. Heavy movie, but a good one. Molly.
My name is Molly. I'm from Carmel, and the last show I watched was Money Heist on Netflix.
Nice. That one's kind of like a comedy more, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. Alexander.
Oh, hi. I'm Alex. I live in Carmel Valley, and the last show I watched was The Office.
Nice. Did you have to move out from the fires this summer?
No, I got a warning, but I didn't have to evacuate.
All right, that's good. Yeah, not an affected area. Claudia.
I'm Claudia. I'm from this area, and the last show I watched was Money Heist 2.
Nice. When you say this area, do you mean Monterey?
Yeah, like Monterey, Carmel.
Nice. Wiley.
I'm Wiley. I'm from Monterey, but I'm in LA right now for water polo. And this summer I just played Call of Duty a lot. Yeah.
Nice. Would you say you're pretty good, or?
I'm decent.
You said you're doing water polo down in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Nice. I've heard from a few students who are doing something like that, so that's great. Yeah, it's really weird. I can see the pool from my window, and it's really strange seeing it empty because normally we'd have water polo starting like mid-August. So, Sophia. Oh, sorry. Let's say Sophia Eddington. Sorry, I'm CVC. We have 2 Sophias. So Sophia Eddington.
My name's Sophia, and I'm in San Diego right now. And the last show I watched was Friends.
Nice. Everyone's seen a bit of a revival, I feel like, in the young generation. So, all right. And then it's Sophia Flores. Is that right?
Yeah. So, hi guys, I'm Sophie or Sophia. I switch between Tahoe City and Loomis, California, if anyone knows where that is. And I recently just started Narcos.
Nice. I hear good things about that show as well. So do you prefer to go by Sophie?
Either one, no preference.
Okay. All right. Quinn.
Hi, my name is Quinn. I live in Seaside, in Monterey, and I just finished watching Community on Netflix.
Nice. It's a very funny one. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm from Las Vegas, and I just watched the '70s show.
Nice. Also a good classic. What's the temperature now over in Las Vegas?
It's been in like the 90s.
Man. Yeah, my family, my wife just had a big family reunion there, and it's been very cold here in Pebble Beach, and she was loving it over there for the brief time that she was visiting. So, Paulina.
I'm Paulina, and I'm in South Korea right now. And recently, I rewatched The Kissing Booth.
Nice. Yeah, that was a popular one on Netflix this summer. Harry.
Hi, my name is Harry and I'm from Vietnam. The last movie I've watched was Tenet.
Nice. I'm really hoping to see that. I know it's out in theaters here in the U.S. too. There's nothing open in our area, but I hear it's a real mind bender.
Yeah.
Angel.
Hi, my name is Angel. I'm from Seaside, and the last movie I watched was Mulan.
Nice. That seems to be doing quite well on Disney Plus and other things too. Yeah, I'm hoping to check that out. Jessica.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm from Paradise, California, and I've been rewatching and rereading the Harry Potter books.
Nice. Yes, my wife does that frequently as well. Paradise. I assume you were impacted by the fire a few years ago.
Yeah, and kinda currently.
Yeah, I heard they evacuated, but then nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, I have my bags packed, so.
Yeah, well, crazy. I hear that town is very prepared after what happened a few years ago. So, Sean.
I'm Sean. I'm in Massachusetts, and the last movie I watched was I rewatched The Hunger Games.
Nice. Also fun ones. And finally, Eric. Looks like Eric Zhang might not be here. Good to know. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. I look forward to getting to know you even more and helping you get to know each other. My name is Mr. Haight. I'm here on campus. I'm the head of the freshman boys dorm. I'm actually in an empty dorm room right now. I wish students were here, but I've commandeered one as my classroom. So, and trying to think, I'm working on a show called Mr. Mercedes, which is kind of a mystery show based off of the Stephen King book, which I'm liking a lot. So that was a show that I've been watching. Okay, next I just wanted to highlight a couple of the class materials that you'll need. I don't think it's much new stuff in terms of books. We're using the same textbook you used in PSI. If you attended that, the Conceptual Integrated Science, we'll have a couple of readings from that. I'll also supplement a few things from Bill Bryson's A Short History of Nearly Everything. This was an optional buy though, so if you didn't get this, don't worry about it. I'll be providing digital scans of relevant pages too whenever possible. So those are the two books we'll be reading from primarily. You should be getting a little kit in the mail. It's a tiny box that looks like this. And it'll have some at-home lab supplies in it. When you open it up, it'll be a creepy-looking Ziploc bag, but it's just got some plastic test tubes and pipettes and little ring of receipt paper and stuff like that. We'll be using this sort of throughout the whole year for a couple of different lab activities. So once you get that, just store it somewhere where you know you can access it. If you haven't received it, don't panic. We're not going to need many of the tools immediately, and if it still doesn't come in a while, we'll get creative. We'll find ways that you can still do these activities at home. There were a few items you needed to order, one of which is a drinking bird. This is a toy, but it's a pretty cool way to learn about gas laws and states of matter. So we won't need this till later, but make sure you've ordered that. We're going to be playing around a lot with that. We're going to do a lot of circle stuff as well, drawing circles. So you need a compass, a tool for drawing circles accurately. We'll use this from everything from drawing orbits in the solar system to triangulating earthquakes. So you might already have one at home, but if you don't, make sure to get one. And then just a graph paper notebook. We'll be collecting data, taking notes. We'll use it similarly to how you used your notebook in PSI, but things will be a little bit different given the fact that we have gone digital. Again, if you're missing any of those materials, don't panic. I will not penalize anyone for missing anything, especially in the beginning. Please contact me. I can help you individually one-on-one to get things that you need. And I'll be providing digital versions of the readings to help out with that. So you don't need to worry too much there. I'm going to share my screen just to walk you a little bit through Canvas. This is going to be the primary way to access resources for the class. The home page has a number of different links that I was showing you earlier. Announcements will always appear at the top of the home page. And then when you scroll down, I've got a little sort of Bitmoji classroom image that actually has a number of different links in it as well. If you click on me in my chair, it goes to a little About Me page. My email is right there on the blackboard, along with the link to my Zoom classroom. So when you're ready to attend class, that's a good place to go to click on it. All of these images here, this is a digital version of the textbook you can access. Periodic Table Online, Google Earth, will be using some of those. If you want, here are the overall goals of the class for the whole year that I kind of distilled down to just 5 simple bullet points. A couple links that I'll talk more about in our first lesson. And then as I showed you, the tables. But again, you guys will need to scroll past the first table to the second table because you're Science 2 period B, meeting on even days. But let's say that you miss class. This is going to be the place to go to find videos of the lessons, a list of the tasks and activities that we did, and what the homework is. I will constantly keep this updated. All of these are links that will take you to relevant places on the Canvas webpage. And so this is your best resource for figuring out what's going on, especially if you miss a class or something like that. The other resource I will show you is under discussions. I have created a discussion board that is open to everyone that I'm sort of calling office hours. It's more of a Q&A thing. It's called Hate Science 2 Office Hours Questions and Answers. This is just a discussion board that you can come to at any time to ask a question about whatever you need. And I'll check this constantly and try to respond as quickly as I can. And everyone can see each other's questions and my answers, so it's a good thing to flip through to. Maybe someone has already asked the question that you've asked, but that's always available if you just have a general question for the class. Good place to go to use that. Otherwise, please feel free to email me with questions. I'll try to respond within 24 hours. We'll take a closer look at Canvas and some of those resources when we meet for our first actual lesson on Friday. But right now, are there any big questions about materials or how the Canvas page is going to work or about the class in general? Awesome. We're just feeling so confident, ready to go. That's good to see. I know questions will come up as we get going. So again, please use that discussion board, or please just feel free to email me. Again, my email you can find on that little Bitmoji classroom thing on the Canvas homepage. So that is all I had to share. Your next period is C period, is going to start at 3:40. And otherwise, I will see all of you again for class on Friday at 2 o'clock. That's Pacific Standard Time. So for those of you in different time zones, just do the math. But class starts at 2 Pacific Standard Time. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm super excited to be teaching you this year. And that's all I had to share. So thanks a lot. And I'll see you on Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.